BOS on the track.
Too many crabs in a barrel, but I'd rather hang around family and battle. It's too much, too many dripping in sauce, and I ain't hating on nobody, they can get lost. It's too much, trying to help a nigga out, the only thing they care about is internet cloud. It's too much, niggas sounding like each other and they all dead wrong, they don't even get along. Too much, you might, too much, you might, too much, you might, too much, you might. Too much, you might, too much, you might, too much, you might, too much, too much drip, you might slip, 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 too much.
Up in the way, cause I don't play clown. Take that with you on the way down. Up in the way, cause I don't play clown. Take that with you on the way down.
I've been in this game for years. It made me an animal.
And what I'm trying to explain to you, ladies and gentlemen, is the real world that our children live in. Not the ideal one that we want them to live in. Not this wonderful world that we pray that will come here one day, but the real world that they have to live in. You want to know why they're acting so crazy? You want to know why they're doing the things that they're doing? Because we have not prepared them to live in this real world. We have sent them through 12 years of school teaching them this dumb stuff that doesn't work, and when they go out and try to apply it and get killed for it, we are not there.
Me an animal. I eat a fake motherfucker like a cannibal. And I don't even understand how he got that far. Cause every time he write a rhyme, it's about his goddamn car. You know the top 10 hottest in the fucking game? Well, 8 of them niggas fucking lame. It's a fucking shame how y'all put them on a pedestal. But I figure you ain't got nothing better to do.
Nothing better to do.
Okay.
Welcome to Shame Sunday. She said is in the building. How y'all doing? Hope everybody's well. New time, 6 o'clock today. You know, it's just like life. Things shift and you have to shift with them, you know. So welcome. I appreciate everybody pulling up and popping in. I hope you all have had a good day. Good job.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
We made it. Husband is here on the ones and twos. Mr. He said, I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Moderation gang is strong. I appreciate everybody pulling up and popping in. We're going to talk about it today. Why, mama? Shame. Grow up. Social media got y'all out here acting like a fool. And your children are watching. They're embarrassed. We're going to talk about it today. Hey, Quantum. Quantum's in the building.
Okay.
Appreciate you pulling up. I hope your new year is going well. It's been a week. April Denise Whitehead is in the building. Appreciate you pulling up, sis. Thank you for all your support. My sister stay hitting me up for merch, t-shirts by Nikki. So I do appreciate you and all your support. Thank you, sis. Sarah's in the building. Yes, sister's in the building. I appreciate you pulling up, popping in. Y'all ready for a good show? It's going to be some trigger warnings. Got a couple of videos, and we're going to talk about it. You know, we all have had, majority of us have had mamas, right? Remember growing up in the very embarrassing times, you know, those different stages of development where certain things was cool when you was little, you know, the clowning around, the horsing around, and, you know, being silly. And as you got older, you know, in the teen years, some of the stuff wasn't funny. You definitely didn't like them doing things around your friends. You know, some things were quite embarrassing. So, you know, it's not like things change. We're all human. And I'm sure your children have been embarrassed by some of your behaviors out in public, around friends, in school, you know. Yeah. I'm quite quirky. My kids have definitely been like, Mom, stop. Oh, man. But some of the things that you ladies hate this, Red Lipstick Vibes, where the vibe is always positive. Podcast is in the building. So if you forgot when you was a child, you know, this is where, you know, I like to bring some self-reflection, you know, because there's a lot of stages in development as far as humans go that we all seem to go through. And it doesn't make our children coming up now any different. And this is why we try to promote conscious parenting, because there's so many books out there to guide us and assist us along the way. You know, it's not a one size fit all strategy, but there's a lot of things that are normal as far as humankind is concerned. You know, so I do remember distinctively certain things growing up that was embarrassing, you know, especially when mom did it. You know, so it's something that you should be conscious of when you are rearing your children, you know, and talk to them about how they feel when you behave this way. And it's certain things because they'll show it, you know, so you have to pay attention to those cues, you know, and it's a lot of things now in our society where we have a lot of people coming up that cannot pay attention to social cues. They do not understand when someone doesn't want to be talked to or bothered, or, you know, a smile is not really a smile, and a frown is not really a frown, or whatever the case may be. So it's hard for us to, you know, communicate with each other without words. We lost that, you know, and technology is making it even worse. So I got a TikTok I came across, mom, 2 children duo. You know, they must be going live, probably pretty popular. Mom's quite beautiful and likes to flaunt her body. There comes a time when our daughters get older and they start to see this behavior, and it makes them very uncomfortable. How do they come to you to express it? Are you willing to hear? Are you willing to listen? Are you willing to take the critique from a child that you raised? Because our children are quite bright. And I say this, you know, they depend on us for the knowledge of the world, but at some point their consciousness awakens and they start to see the world through their eyes. And best believe they're judging how you're moving, how you have been moving, what you have done in their childhood, the things you have said. There may come a time where they may question, you know, your alternative motives, your behavior, your attitude, the things that you do. But our children have a right, you know, to express that you are behaving in a manner that makes them uncomfortable. You want them to express that about strangers, but we're not willing to listen to our children when we exhibit behaviors that make them uncomfortable. So you want to be conscious of your children. Please, the ratchet behaviors that is transpiring now because of the attention whore mentality of our women is downright disgraceful. And here we're going to show it. And I need you to see. Because we act like it doesn't exist, and it exists. And our children have to deal with us. With our I don't care attitudes. And mama got to have a life too mentalities. Raise them up, rear them right so they can be functional adults, so they can get the hell out your house and you can have all the life you want. This is where we need to get. Because some shit is just unnecessary. But we want the pat on the back because they have a nice roof over their head and their hair is done and their clothes are up to par. But our character determines a lot as far as them valuing themselves. Hey, Sarah chimed in. I remember growing up and my biological mom being so cringy around my friends, and she was an alcoholic, so I would hardly have my friends over. My mom was white. Thank you, Sarah, for being so transparent. Yeah, definitely had some times. I had a lot of mothers, besides my mom, in the community. And there was a lot of friends. They were quite embarrassed when their parents pulled up in their, like Sis just said, in their cringy state of mind, whether it's alcohol or crack, or just being dysfunctional. So, it always made me conscious of that. Again, my mother was really young. So when she came around, she tried to be hip and cool, but never derogatory or ratchet or, sexually explicit or any of that stuff, but absolutely wanting to tell, corny jokes and trying to do our running man dances and snake and stuff and so offbeat. Shout out to moms. I appreciated it. I wasn't that. Okay. I'm a mother of three. I absolutely embarrassed them. They pointed out, respectfully. And I take it in, but I'm pretty silly and quirky. It's nothing ratchet or derogatory. Culture Invasion Podcast is in the building. I appreciate you pulling up and popping in. Why, mama? Talking to some mamas. Got to speak to the mamas. Blaze McCroy. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Welcome, peace and abundance. Appreciate you pulling up and popping in. Thank you. Wow, mama, grow up. Some of my mamas need to grow up, and it's just in the behavior. They can be supportive and work hard and, care about the education, but, this social media platform and the freedom that they have to expose their body and, be sexually explicit is attention seeking. And our children see it. And, when they're young, they might like it. You see all the children we pose up on here doing things that they shouldn't be doing, and we talk about it and discuss it. But when they start to get older, they might change their mind and find it to be ratchet.
Shameful shit.
And a bit much, and that you shouldn't be doing it. And you should calm down. But again, we're not a society where we're going to consider our children and how we're affecting them in the long run. So I got a video I'm going to share with y'all. But it gets to this because last week, and I believe yesterday, we always show y'all the little babies is twerking. They had the whole karaoke party. Yeah, this was ending 2023. They must have texted these other babies. It starts out cute and innocent. So y'all say so many things these babies can be learning, especially these young girls. Our women talk about how afraid we are to walk the streets and it's just not safe and, this, that, and everything else. The men. But what about the women? What about the women? Look at these little girls. They're going to grow up and be women one day. And we're already teaching them that this flopping their crotch, doing this type of stuff, this music is okay. And we reverted back to us when we was young with the sex you up and stuff. But again, we was 13, 14. These babies are 4, 5. They probably don't even know how to spell their name or write it. And these things need to be considered. It's disgraceful. What kind of society of young Black women are we raising? It's not looking good, and it needs to be pointed out and shamed. But the comments of the women are amazing. Y'all are a damn disgrace. We champion the nigga shit. We champion it. They just little girls. But they grow up to be young teen girls who then in turn don't like their body and pick up a whole bunch of insecurities. You talking about that? Or are we talking about hot girl summers? Because it's still a thing and it's still a mindset. It doesn't just go away. You create it. How are you going to distinguish that fire? Got to put the flame out. When my kids say it is embarrassing to them, I stop because it is where we should have the same respect towards them. Absolutely. Okay. We do want respect from our children, but we have to show it. Can't demand respect from these little humans and don't give it. Love, nurture, kindness. Last week it was a mimic me, right? Mimic me, mom mimic me. The kids is doing videos of how their mom acts. And it was all unnurturing, not involved, lack of attention, definitely not cooking. Everything was go make some noodles. They were even instructing the other babies to go, tend to the babies, make a bottle, give the baby a bath, and then you go ahead and get in bed. And posting it, thinking it's funny. Even if this is not how they are all the time, this is what you're promoting. This is not motherhood. A bonnet in your bed and on your phone and don't pay attention to your children. It's amazing. It's becoming an epidemic of carelessness in our mothering, lack of nurture, lack of consideration and empathy. You're definitely not conscious because you want your children to be fucking by the time they 10. Wow. So much to talk about, ladies, when it comes to being a little girl. You were one. So many conversations to be had. Not ski you. And dropping at the fucking red light. Hey, Harmonize is in the building. Hey, love, welcome. I appreciate you pulling up and popping. Okay. Talking about some behaviors of some really disgraceful mothers. It's amazing, and it needs to be called out. Blaze chimed in. A lot of women's present actions can be traced back to their upbringing. That video of those little girls dancing and rapping to Sexy Red is the unfortunate starting point. Absolutely. You have an unruly child, usually you will find an unruly household. We promoting trash? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But our women are. It's a lot of women in our society who do promote it. They think it's okay. Mama got to have a life too. Kids are doing things that are innocent, they're okay. But when we watch our news and the statistics, we know the kids are failing. They're failing in school. We're introducing them to so much ratchetness, so much unnecessary, derogatory, woman-hating, pimp whorish music when it's so much enlightenment, so much knowledge out there about self, about hair care, nails, nutrition, how to start fire and filter water. So many things these babies can learn very young to show them some care, the care in their community, cleaning up around their block. We have the wrong mindset as mothers and creators and builders of a society. Ladies, we have power. We have power and strength in our families. And we are destroying them by not teaching them shit. Because if they had any intelligence, they would not think that was cute and okay. Because they are taught that their bodies are precious. We need to teach them more. Because they are growing up with some disgraceful attention whore-seeking environments. It's not just designated to the women. Some of you men are whores too, but we gonna stick with the women. Sarah chimed in, continuing the cycle of single mothers, no father, and children around the fuckery. Think it's funny until they are a part of the penal system or cemeteries becoming womb surrogates. Listen. They do grow up. They do grow up. Yes, they do. Yeah, their perception is gonna change. Oh, it will. Let's have a look at this video.
I beat that pussy so good and leave it throbbing. Cause I be slinging this wood, they wanna chop it. No, I can't come from the shop.
Look at the spray bottle.
Huh?
Look at the spray bottle.
Why?
You want to put water in them.
Get that.
My bonnet? Stop, like actually. Bro. You're playing too much. I'm gonna ground you. Bro, stop playing so much.
He told me to get that ass, bitch.
She's even talking to you. No. Stop playing so much.
Ariana!
Mom.
I'm trying to shake his ass.
I don't care. Stop.
They grow up. They grow up. And our ladies are finding so much enjoyment from exposing their body and getting famous, getting likes, getting clicks and views at the sake of destroying and damaging their children. Look at the little boy sitting there. It's a young man sitting there listening to derogatory music about women. Getting smashed and whatever. I don't even know the words, but, very derogatory. And he's sitting there, taking it all in. This is how women act. If this is how my mother act, this is how women act. We all don't behave this way, especially around our children. Where's your husband? You feeling froggy? Do that with him. Needed and necessary. Because I'm not going to lie. I'll be 47 this year. At 40, it went crazy. Mine went crazy. I talk about it a lot of my tutorials. Because our bodies go through a lot of different changes, hormonal fluctuations, and it absolutely deals with your brain as well. And you don't know where it's coming from. And some women have an issue of growing old gracefully. She's beautiful. Says, my daughter wants me to be an old lady so bad. She wants you to be a respectable woman who values herself more than her body. What do you guys think? We give so much credit. Women want so much credit for being a good mother. Got a big old home and a nice car. Hair's, like I said, hair's done. Kids got the nice clothes and stuff. But your behavior affects them every day, consistently. Sarah chimed in. This bothered me because listen to the music. And mom is about being a party girl and a friend to her kids. The boy is singing the song. He's singing the song. I thought he had on eyelashes for a minute. Might have been a filter. But the comments is even worse. So many women in those comments agreed and said that they have a house full of daughters as well, and their daughters won't allow them to be great. It's amazing. Blaze, wow. And the cycle continues. Absolutely. Yes. And
And we gotta find somebody that's down for hers, man. All these girls sipping, man. Who you think fit the category? Category.
That's not her mom. That's her bro. It's not her mom. That's her bro. Kids have more sense than the grown-ups. A lot of the time. Children watch their mothers go through abusive relationships and they'll ask, Mom, why are you with him still? Why do you keep letting him do this? You have to think about the effects that that's going to have on your children. They all may not be able to be resilient through that. A lot of them are not resilient through that. The cycle continues. A lot of the time, they think it's okay. This is what love is. Dysfunction. This is what love is. Toxicity. This is what love is. Ratchetness. This is what love is. People leave. And it's not. They don't want structure from anyone, not even their own kids. The beginning of the year, I was saying children are running the homes. Children are running the homes. Some parents have no damn sense.
Shameful shit.
Because a diet of noodles is not healthy. Having children have no structure is going to affect them in the long run. Unless their consciousness wakes up and they choose to move in a different route. And in some families, they get judged for it. They don't want to be around you. Do you notice that? Children get older. 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, they start pulling back. They don't want to be around your ass. You're doing too much. And you don't listen. They already learned you ain't going to listen. Huh? Consider that. Because who knows where this relationship with this young woman and her mother and her brother is going to go. And who else is involved in this family where they think this is okay. Because this has 20-something thousand views, has a lot. The rest of her page is all her with ass and, just, it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. Mothers are looking for way too much attention and are not allowing their children to grow up gracefully. With mother who is more concerned about them than herself. It's amazing. So when I hear the men sit up here and say women act like children, yeah, a lot of y'all do. Absolutely. You want to behave like a child. In 1 minute, you want to be a grown adult. And in the next minute, you want to be a child. And I see it. We've raised 3 daughters. So watching them grow up and, and some other daughters too, some other people's daughters too. Absolutely. Yes. So watch them be very indecisive and have to be constantly told and corrected about their behavior consistently. They have to be checked. So hopefully they'll go out into the world and be able to take somebody's critique. Let's finish this video. Oh, who's in the building? Noodles, yeah.
Boys don't eat that.
Why?
Boys don't eat. I don't eat noodles. I'm a grown man.
You know them noodles messing up their damn body. It's messing them up. It's too much stuff in all this processed food. For a child to eat that on a regular, yeah, it's fucking them up. Do some research. Tim Hinkle's in the building. Welcome, sir. Appreciate you pulling up, popping in. Let's get back to the video.
They call me Poppy. I beat that so good and leave it throbbing.
He's singing it. He already talking about he gonna leave it throbbing. Yeah, he already talking about beating the pussy so good. He gonna leave it throbbing. Sister Face, look at her. She, poor child. I'm sure she adores her mother. The most abusive mother, the most ratchet, nastiest, grungy mother will still be loved by her children. Majority of the time. It's the behavior. It's the behavior. Come on, pop your ass.
And they call me Poppy. I beat that pussy so good and leave it throbbing. Cause I be slanging this wood, they wanna chop it. No, I can't come from the shop.
Look at the spray bottle.
Huh?
Look at the spray bottle.
Why?
Yeah. So y'all can hear her. She's asking for her brother to give the spray bottle. Okay. She ready to spray mama in the face. She ready to spray her. You know, you spray a cat and they acting up. Get a spray bottle. Squirt their ass. Keep them in check. But it's amazing that this child has to find some way of correcting mom's behavior or redirecting her behavior. The roles have reversed. The roles have reversed. But there comes a time when it's, you know, the indecisiveness, right? Because we love mommy, right? Many a times they do this all together. It's all fun and dandy to ski you and enjoying it. But then when you start to see it's becoming too much, like, dag, every opportunity, ma, pop it up. Beans is in the building. Might as well let that play. I know he wants to see some ass shaking. We want to keep him over here.
Pour water, Mom. My bonnet. Stop, like, actually. Bro. You're playing.
Bro. Mothers calling their daughters bro. What's really good? Let's change that. Let's cancel that shit. How about that? Okay. Sounds like incest to me. Even the daddy shit. Your daughter's not your bro. Your son is not your bro. Your man is not your bro. You're not a bro. Y'all need to get it together. It's unacceptable. Let's get back to the video. Ugh.
You're playing too much. I'm gonna ground you.
Ground mama. Gonna ground.
Okay. You can't make this shit up.
It's gonna ground her. Being an attention whore.
You're playing too much. I'm gonna ground you. Bro, stop playing so much. He told me to get that ass, bitch. She's even talking to you. No. Stop playing so much.
Ariana!
Mom. I don't care. Stop. Bro, I'm not doing nothing. Move.
He told me to shake that ass. Okay. He told me to shake that ass, bro. The music. Again, I hear the men say we're very easily fucking influenced. You're very easily influenced. Could your daughter get away with that? The boy told me to come over to his house and suck his dick. I mean, what's the difference? Okay. Standards, anyone? Delivering anything more than a pretty face and an ass to twerk around? Huh? You gotta grow up. Grow up. And if you're gonna do it in your room or away from them. Huh? Is that not a form of neglect? There's a lot of inappropriateness going on around children. Huh? What do you think? Sarah, yep. And everyone in the comments of this video are cheering her on, which is very disappointing. Disappointing.
Shameful shit.
Some of us have sons looking for wives. It's going to be kind of hard if all of them behave this way. And this is what society thinks of us. Any shades of brown, that this is what we do. This is all we care about. It's what we look like, shaking our ass, getting some attention, getting likes, blowing up quickly, you know, being an influencer. This is what our children aspire to put these lights on in their face and not speak and talk and try to teach and educate. None of that. No, they want to be ratchet. They want to be sexually exploited, and they're okay with it. And we're raising young humans, and honestly, they can't consent. They have no clue of how this shit is going to affect them later. You might be raising some real deviants, okay? Your son beating up pussies and beating up bitches. How about that?
Oh.
Is he respectful in school? Listening to this kind of music? What does he think of little girls? What does he think of women? It's amazing, ladies. You can grow old gracefully. You can be beautiful still. Your behavior makes you ugly. Your behavior makes you ugly. Let's have a look at some of these comments. Y'all are literally twins. Look at my video. Mama was good. The way she slid. Okay. Talking about her daughter. My oldest is the same, but my oldest is a boy. Tell 34 ain't old by far. Okay. 34, daughter 17, and son is 9. I can't be great ever. Being great. There was a lot of that. Let mom be great. More moms in there talking about their children won't let them be great either. So being great consists of having your ass in the camera, being sexually exploiting yourself. There was a time we fought for media and television to not sexually exploit us. They don't have to do it anymore. There's free porn everywhere. Free porn everywhere. You can have on clothes. They will say, yeah, she got on clothes, yeah, but it's getting tight. They can see the crest of your vagina. Absolutely, yeah. And this is where we are. Women have brand new born babies, and TikTok, they sit on live. You just got a brand new baby in the hospital with the cords and IV attached to them. Attention whores. You just put, bitch, you better get some sleep. Get that breast milk ready. This is what we want. This is great. This is great. Any opportunity to play some ratchet music and shake your ass in heat. And then when you get a man, a husband, you guys pull the sex back. I'm confused. Wait a minute. You have all this kitty cat puss tendency. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But you say yes to a good man, because what idiot would marry a bad man? I mean, the fuck? And then y'all pull back. Why can't you do all this great? Be this great for him, huh? When he come home from work, be great for him. Be ready and willing for him. But for anybody to get some damn attention, they get high off of it. The effects are going to be great and grand later, okay? Absolutely. Get back to these comments. Let mom enjoy herself by listening to music with her 9-year-old son right there, talking about beating up pussy. This is mom. This is enjoyable. This is the enjoyment that we seek as mothers. Oh my God. My daughter do the same thing to me. Oh, she don't want you to be a whore either. Thanks, Hug. They, and one would say dancing is not being a whore. Yeah. That's all you're doing is prancing and parading your ass and vagina and your skills of twerking. Video. Yeah. It's being a whore. A like is a whore. For every like you get, that's money in your mind. Gets you high. Absolutely. It's a reward. So yeah, that's a whore. Attention whore. Swear my daughter does the same. This is how my kids treat me. at so-and-so, this is you. Let me shine. Look, to her daughter, tagged her daughter. My mama. Put the hand over the face. Nina said, okay, but the family is beautiful. So if the family was ugly, it'd be okay. So the ratchetness is okay as long as they're unattractive. Yeah. That's like somebody saying, you're so pretty, you shouldn't smoke. So it's okay for an ugly bitch to smoke. Because I'm pretty, I shouldn't smoke. Because she pretty, she shouldn't do all of that. Because she pretty. Her husband should be there with her children. And she should be doing that for him. Minus the music. Can still do all that. Minus the music. Children do not need to be affected by your wanting to be ratchet. Do that on your time. Do that on adult time. Okay? Make the time you spend with your children conscious, intentional, knowledgeable, education-wise, something mature. Because they won't be little forever. Blaze chimed in. Other women and mothers are co-signing the foolishness. No surprise there. Absolutely not. But we got to shine a light on it. Because I hear a lot of people speak like this is not existing and all mothers are good. And every woman should get respect because she gives birth. Bullshit. Fuck that. A lot of you bitches don't deserve no respect. A lot of women should have absolutely been barren than to bring unwanted fucking children into this world and neglect them. And I'm not speaking about this woman specifically, but we all know we wouldn't have a social service system if we didn't have failure of women. Be conscious. We're living in a day and age where we need to educate our young girls before they go out there and open their legs for any dumb ass person and allow themselves to get pregnant and then don't want it. Don't understand what is even happening. Let's listen to the foolishness of the rest of these comments. All women, this is amazing. We know the men gonna like it and cheer it on, but the women in the comments, beautiful as ever. Cindy, oh my God, my daughter said my outfit was too tight and not to wear it with her. You whore. And look, in the picture, she's huge. Yeah, it's too fucking tight. She shouldn't even be wearing that. Everything Asia. This me. Which one? The daughter or the mother? Which one? Not the spray bottle. Absolutely. You want to behave like a cat and you can't fucking control yourself in heat? Yeah. Yeah. So beautiful. Of course, a man would say that. Absolutely. They're all beautiful. They're all beautiful. But we have to send our children out into the world understanding that they have to be more than beautiful. Okay, because your beauty diminishes when you start to behave like that. I don't care how fucking cute you are. I don't care how high your cheekbones are, how chinky your eyes are, how much added lashes you got, and none of that matters. You open your mouth, your behavior will make you ugly as hell. Devil.
Old school, new school, need to learn though.
Shout out to my brothers. You used to tell me you got to be more than pretty. You got to be more than pretty. Ray to go. My daughter just stares at me in disgust. She swear I'm too old. Meanwhile, I just turned 30 a few days ago. Such children. They're such children and whores. My daughter just stares at me in disgust. Like, no woman is up for correction. Grandma can't say nothing. Mommy can't say nothing. Husband damn sure enough can't say nothing about what the fuck they wear. But your daughter, you're going outside. Some daughters be wanting to walk behind their mama to protect their butt because they don't want everybody looking at it. Flashback. And the clothes wasn't even tight back then. Okay? And I was that little girl, mama beautiful. Everywhere we walk, hey, Miss Lady, ha, ha, ha. Always saying stuff, always trying to pick her up. And here I'm walking right behind her, protect her, because I don't want them looking at her butt. Little girl. So as a young woman, I was a tomboy. I don't want you to see all my body. Okay? Because I might not have it all one day. And then what? Then where am I going to be? Are you still going to like me? Huh? You only like me because I'm pretty? Oh, I shouldn't smoke cigarettes because I'm pretty. You're so pretty, you shouldn't smoke cigarettes. So it's okay for my ugly friend to smoke cigarettes.
Richard, shots fired to Flex Squad 946.
7415, any responding South cars, you have shots fired.
Okay. They had the babies young already. 30. Goddamn.
Fucking already.
Sounds about right. My brother's in the building. Larry's in the building. Yes, it's crazy out here. Gotta get it together. Some of these comments. Goodness gracious. Mom is gorgeous. Yes. Let mama be great. Mom's beautiful. Mom's beautiful. Yep. Us. This is so us. Laughing my ass off. This is my daughter. I have 3 daughters and they won't let me be great. Holy shit. This is a repetitive thing. Moms, this is being great. This is being great. Any opportunity to go live and shake your ass and put your ass in the goddamn air. We're so proud. We're so proud to have 2, 3, 4 kids, and we have a waistline and our ass is plump and titties is still sitting up. Yeah, you best enjoy it. But respectfully, age gracefully. Age gracefully. In competition. Don't bring your boyfriend home.
Girl drama.
Look, yeah. Girl drama. This is a mother and daughter. Girl drama? Y'all cannot control yourselves when it comes to your daughters. And what's amazing to me is if you have had a dysfunctional, toxic type of relationship with your mother, wouldn't you have a blueprint of what not to do? Huh? What about the blueprint of what not to do? But this is absolutely a day and age where us women want to stay fine forever. And it's possible. It's possible to continue to look good way into your 60s and 70s and all of that. But the behavior behind it all, embarrassing your child. Got 1 million views. This child has to go out into the world. Ain't that your mama? So and so and so and so. It's definitely going to have an effect on them. We need to be a little bit more conscious. The social media is driving some of you chicks crazy. And when somebody tell you that you're being foolish and you're acting crazy, you give pushback. But look at this shit.
Girl drama. Not doing nothing.
They're not doing nothing.
Who knows clapping? Mom, I'm being so for real. And I am too. It ain't doing nothing. You got nothing to do. Crazy. If you see me and you trying to see what's up.
Yeah, she down with it now, right? It took a little minute. Took about 1 minute and 10 minutes. It was clipped up. We know it. There's a lot of videos with them enjoying each other's time. But they sound like siblings. They absolutely sound like siblings. I agree, sis. The attention whore mentality. And I would get pushback. But this is appropriate. Let it be a man. Let it be a father. Huh? Let it be a father. Then what? It's disgraceful. Same music. And a father with his daughter and son. He would be shamed till the end of the year. It is such a double standard. Women want to control everything. Control your damn self. Control yourself. Easily influenced, easily led astray. It's all so smart. So smart.
See what's up.
It's all fun. It's all fun until it's not. Till they start bumping heads and the guy comes over that you're dating and mom is attracted to him. This is where we are. No fucking standards. Ladies have no standards, and you should get them. Your daughters are watching. They're paying a lot of attention. And it's all cute when you're doing karaoke and they singing Never Sexy Red and Cardi B and all this other shit. When there's so much wholesome music. So many other things to teach our little girls. Can't just teach them one thing and behave another way. Because regardless of what you tell that young lady, this is what she's seeing. She's seeing you seek attention. And when you can't get attention, where do I go? Click the... Boop.
They call me Poppy. I beat that pussy so good and leave it throbbing. Cause I be slanging this wood, they wanna chop it. No, I can't come from the shop.
Look at the spray bottle. Huh? Look at the spray bottle.
We need help. We need help. And I'll say something in the comments and, you know, they ain't come for me just yet. I might say something else. Damn. I'll be putting my link and everything. Come on over, Shame Sunday. You know, I'm going to talk about the video.
Shame. Shame.
I'm unique. Even the ones I be, you know, gonna shame, I'll absolutely send them a video and you know, a message and let them know I'm gonna talk about your video on Sunday. You're welcome to.
I am here to do some good old-fashioned slut shaming. Yeah!
Mm-hmm. And again, I don't know these people's personal life. She can be an awesome mother, but that goddamn behavior is disgraceful. And y'all need to stop. Don't have to post it, okay? I won't have nothing to critique if you don't fucking post it. But to come behind it and see the comments of all the women, like you guys are all doing this is amazing. Huh? Teach us children so much other stuff. It's like we all just want to twerk our goddamn pussies, but neglect our husbands. The fuck? Is really good. Let's really talk about it. How sexual are you with your husband, the man you chose? Huh? When things are not going your way, or he tells you no, or whatever the case may be on why irreconcilable differences, going for divorce. Y'all want to leave. I just want to have some fun. I just want to have some fun. Raise them fucking kids. Have some fun with them kids. That's the fun, though. This is the fun now. Ratchet until your child is pregnant at 13th. Well, they might want it because, you know, you get a check and, you know, they might come out with special needs. So like so many excuses. And then when something goes wrong, she was young. She was young. Have some standards. Let's make better decisions. These kids are watching. They're watching. A child should not have to ask her mother, why are you with this man? He just beat up on you. We shouldn't have to be the adult, the mature person in the situation as children. As children. A lot of us have been placed in that type of situation. It's really fucking hard. You know, you sit here 40 years later with a lot of strength to be very transparent, but it's hard. A lot of our girls are not going to have that strength. They're not going to come across a good, solid man. It's not that easy and it's not that simple to get what you want and manifest things, y'all. You got to do the work. You got to move intentionally and with purpose. So I always bring these videos to y'all to give y'all a reflection. Because your children have to interact with a lot of these people. Your sons have to find wives. Your daughters have to find husbands. So you have to be conscious of the different behaviors that are exhibited. Doesn't mean people can't change, but she's not even willing to take correction from her child, who it's making very uncomfortable. And a young man sitting right there, growing up with this ratchetness. And we wonder why some of our men have no respect for us women. Some of them grow up with some horrible ass mothers who let any Tom, Dick, and Harry in the fucking house. So they think they can be the same way. It's a horrible cycle. Let's break it. Let's try to keep families together. Keep families together. Keep families together.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
Have a very serious problem, but our people have a very serious problem. America's problem is self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction.
Shame. A painful feeling of humiliation or distress caused by the consciousness of wrong or foolish behavior.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
It's a loss of respect or esteem and dishonor. Our kids adore us. Babies adore their mothers and fathers, the people who care for them. They adore them. They adore them. But again, their consciousness wakes up and they start to pay attention to your behavior and the things that you say. And it contradicts itself. Quite smart. Trigger warning, trigger warning. Yeah. Definitely a trigger warning. Shout out to my lionesses. Up here doing work. 2024. Pull together, support, share. The work needs to be done. There's a lot of women that do not agree with the plight of this whore attention mentality. It's a bit much. Because we know we have little souls coming up behind these adults who act like children. And they're going to repeat the cycle if they don't know that there is something different out there, that it's not okay. Some things are disgraceful, dishonorable, disrespectful, and not on our watch.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch. Will you?
Appreciate you, ladies. Ladies' names at the bottom. Okay. If you in the chat, hashtag shame, and Nightbot will shortly add your YouTube link to the chat. We can all support each other. You go over there, please like and subscribe to their shit. We greatly appreciate it. But yeah, I got a trigger warning. I got another video of another mother, a whole another side of the spectrum. We always talk about how our men, we watched our men get shot down by police. And all last year, I've been, trying to give you a reflection of our behaviors and the way we are moving out in society. And police don't care about us either. A lot of us are being shot down, too, for acting a fool, not listening to instructions, being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and still just not considering the direction given to you by a police officer. Y'all know, there's rules out there. There's laws. We all as adults are mature enough, and you should be knowledgeable enough to know the damn laws. And when you break them, or you're in suspect of breaking them, your best bet is to follow what they are telling you to do. Because again, Michael Jackson told y'all years ago, I'm gonna always bring him up. They don't really care about us. They don't. Anything showing, now everything is recorded. So, many, many years of this, 15 years straight of this social media platform showing us our Black men being shot down over and over again, suffocated, choked, beat up. It's been a thing. And it's happening to our women. You guys are absolutely having the same dynamic happen to you. So You know, I want you to consider when we say, when you hate something so much, you become it. When you hate black men so much, you become it. That's where they are. They treating you guys just like men. Self-destruction has been the running theme song for our communities for decades. High time for preservation. Yeah. I had a show in the last year and actually read the lyrics to the whole song. Yeah, because I had got Ski You lyrics sent to me, and I couldn't believe what they were saying. You know, just the context of it all is just real stupid. You know, it's just horrible, you know. So I had to counteract that with self-destruction. Yeah, so I thought that was a great stream. So I'm definitely all for that because we are in it. You know, they were saying we were heading for self-destruction. We were heading for it. We are there, brother. 30 years later, oh, absolutely, we're there. You know, and it's high time that the women take their damn seat for some accountability. We've been fucking up. And I say we, I don't ever just point the finger. You, yeah. Some cycles, absolutely. You have to notice it and break it. Because they don't really care about us. Y'all get ready for this video. Yeah, let's get ready.
They're yelling.
They're in the back room if they're not answering. Yep. Hold on.
Hey, come out. Yeah, I'm gonna stop him because he pushed my baby.
Go. Give me a taser.
You pushed your baby. Domestic violence call to the house. They come, you see what happens. And when she opened the door, she said, he pushed my baby. He pushed my baby. She got a knife, and the little girl co-signed. What did they tell her to do? Drop the knife? What did they tell her to do? Drop the knife. The police are there. The provisions that have been set for you ladies to protect you are there. Sit the fuck down. Put the knife down. You're going to continue to assault the man or go for him like they're not going to shoot you? You are the one with a weapon right now. When we use these provisions and protections, listen, you called for help. We have to be accountable for ourselves, right? Because it's absolutely a horrible thing that they shot that young lady. But what was she supposed to do? Put the motherfucking knife down. The protection is here now. They got guns, they got tasers. If he did something, they're going to whoop his ass, lock him up. It's going to be a court case. Let it be. Let them do their work. Because now it's justice for her. Justice for her. No, she was fucking stupid. And somebody got to say it. Somebody has to point it out. You ladies don't listen to nobody, not even the police. What God do you believe in? What Bible are you reading? You had enough sense to call 911. When they get there, sit the fuck down and let them do their work. Respectfully. Huh? And you teaching your daughter to do the same fucking thing. She's dead. Your daughter witnessed you die. In the communities that we are in, you think they're going to get her some help? You think they're going to get her some therapy? Nope, she's a victim for the rest of her life. She's a victim for the rest of her life. Whatever happened, the police would have handled it. Sometimes, ladies, you have to show some temperance. And in a time like that, in a crisis like that, when you call for help and help comes, move the fuck out the way. Move out the way. Move out the way. Put the knife down. She would not have lost her life if she would have put the knife down. Let's continue.
No, drop it! Why did you shoot? Drop it!
He's even crying, why did you shoot?
You're yelling. Can you see anything over there, Charlton?
They're in the back room if they're not answering.
Let's put it.
Yep.
Hey, come out. Yeah, I'm gonna stab him because he is my
I'm going to stab him because of something. She's telling them what she's going to do. I'm going to assault him. They're assuming they're coming to protect her. But we think if somebody does something, we have the right to act any kind of way. He was saddened by her being shot. So it was absolutely a domestic violence situation, whatever had transpired before, whether he pushed the little girl, he shouldn't have pushed her, whatever the case may be. But when you call for help, and I have to stress this, when you call for help, you have to cease. You have to chill. Put the knife down. Let them help. Let them help.
Hey, come out. Yeah, I'm gonna stab him because he is my
A push leads to a death. A push. We don't think it's more to that story. You're in that much of rage because he pushed her? Was this the first time? Or was it the last time? You understand? Conscious parenting. Can't have any and everybody around your seeds. You cannot have any and everybody around your seeds. We doing too much out here. Especially having children with men that will not stay around. Then there's no protection for you or your child. So when I speak, I'm speaking of being conscious. Choose to be married. Choose the man you want to have these seeds by. Not just any and everybody, not just the oops, not just Tom, Dick, and Harry up the street because you needed an extra $40 in a bag of weed. Because some people do not mature just because they have a child. Usually a man has a child and he matures, but us ladies, not so much. We continue to be coddled by family more so. It's like we can't do no wrong. It is a different dynamic when we're raising boys and girls. You ladies getting away with too fucking much, and now you become an adult, a mature grown-ass woman, and you want to make all kinds of excuses for your foolish behavior. Help was there. You should have dropped the knife, in my opinion. And this is all for educational purposes. I'm very saddened. I send a lot of love and light to that little girl who had to witness that. And I pray the family gets therapy for that child. And that nigga who pushed her, he gonna sit in that shit for the rest of his life. And for you young women out there, is it that serious? You calling the police? You shouldn't be with the motherfucker. They shouldn't be around you. Family, friend, foe, mother, father, grandmother. If it's that bad, you have to exit. You are worth not putting up with that type of stuff. Okay, you deserve better. You deserve better. Okay? It's very sad. It's very sad. Glaze chimed in. That's definitely a huge problem. People choose to not be extremely selective and don't know how to take the time to vet properly. You're absolutely right. And we need to be more conscious. And we need to have family and structure. You know, they need to have some honor and some value for where they came from in order to vet properly, right? Because to some degree, You don't want to make decisions that's going to disgrace your family, shame your family by you out here doing some shit. We don't have that no more. The church don't shame nobody. Everybody welcome the single mothers. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But there's no more shame. It's a shameless society. So it's a lot of things that need to be pointed out. And now we have Black women can't do nothing wrong. But when we put ourselves in situations and still there's no accountability. It's still accountability for the police. Police gonna have to go through a whole thing when that young lady was wrong. As soon as she opened that door and they said, put that knife down, should have threw it down. Y'all better check yourselves before y'all wreck yourselves, because they're going to shoot your ass and the niggas going to punch you all up in your fucking face, and then your son going to have to go get the gun out the car and shoot him in the goddamn chicken spot. This is where we are. We're putting our children in way too much danger for our foolishness, for our overexerted emotions. Got to learn some fucking control. And if you behave like that, you didn't learn no control. Your mama ain't had no control. Your grandmama probably ain't got no control. And just where you come from, you ain't got no control. But I don't care where you come from, you can change that shit, especially when you have children. When you start having them goddamn babies. It ain't about you no more. Y'all so damn selfish. Mama want to have some fun. Mama want to be great. Be great. Read to them kids. Go jump some fucking rope. Play some basketball. Ride a bike. Got that little boy listening to pounding on some pussy. The hell. Let mama be great. This mama has been great and grand. Okay? Don't have to do none of that shit.
Not the mama. Not the mama. Not the mama. Not the mama.
You do that one more time and I'm going to throw you across the room.
I just find it very disheartening because we have to give our young girls a better start, a better beginning, a better foundation of self-love. And if all they have is a pretty face and some WAP, it's not enough. It's not enough.
Stop getting on here with no clothes on, shaking your ass when you know it's fucking kids on these fucking apps. Y'all hoes ain't got no motherfucking respect. Y'all think just because something is trending, it's okay to do. Bitch, it ain't okay. Y'all out here in public with little ass clothes on and there's kids around here. But you want a motherfucker to respect your pimping. Ho, ain't nobody gonna respect you, ho, when you out here looking like a ho. If ain't nobody gonna tell you, I'ma tell you. If your ass out, you twerking, and you got motherfucking kids, bitch, you should be ashamed, ho. I should slap the shit out your stupid ass. Cause your mama ain't slapping you. Y'all bitches need to get some clothes on and get your motherfucking act right, stupid ass bitches. The fucking generations are watching us, for Christ's sake.
I knew I wasn't the only one. Shout out to sister. They watching. And if these platforms exist in 50 years, they're going to be watching y'all asses. Absolutely. Once it's there, it's there. Delete the whole account. Somebody else done posted it. Forget about it. It's been saved 1,000,000 times.
I beat that pussy so good and leave it throbbing. Cause I be slanging this wood, they wanna chop it. No, I can't come from the shop.
Look at the spray bottle. Huh? Look at the spray bottle. Why? Yeah, put water in them.
Cause the juice she give is sloppy stuff and
Get that. My garnet?
I like a lot of you motherfuckers. You go back in your past and you know your mama was a rotten bitch. Okay? And you make up all these things about how good she was, how nice she was. She wasn't there because she was at school better in her life. She wasn't there because she didn't give a fuck. She wanted to be with everybody but you.
I beat that pussy so good and leave it throbbing.
So this is what y'all be doing on these girls' trip.
We came to hoe and go. if you just going and not hoeing, hey, baby, you might need to wait for the church retreat. You might not need to come on this trip.
You ain't got to hoe. Everybody do what they want to do. I'm pro-choice.
No, because when you're not pro-hoe, you're anti-hoe. I'm sorry. If you're not pro-hoe, you're anti. And you are not welcome up in here. We are supporters of sluts, whores, dick suckers, and all things above. Okay? We are pro everything up in this motherfucker. I'm just
like a lot of you motherfuckers. You go back in your past and you know your mama was a rotten bitch. Okay? And you make up all these things about how good she was, how nice she was. She wasn't there because she was at school better in her life. She wasn't there because she didn't give a fuck.
Your mother was a whore. My mother was a whore.
Your whore mother.
Yep, I'm picking on the whores. Absolutely. Now that was shaming. Yeah, absolutely.
Do something about that. Because everybody is not taking care of their stuff. So if it does not apply to you, let it fly. But a lot of you chicks...
Your mother was a whore. My mother was a whore.
Your whore mother.
Can't have children with a whore.
Do something about that. Because everybody is not taking care of their stuff. So if it does not apply to you, let it fly. But a lot of you chicks...
You were his
whore.
Shit. I'm going to say it. Goddamn.
Bing bang.
Shout out to Maury. Shout out to Jerry. Been putting y'all on blast forever. Forever. The plausible deniability in my ladies is amazing. Y'all need to stop it. I need to stop. You out there doing it. You know how I know? Because he ain't the daddy. It's too much of that. Mama told me very young. Shout out to Mom Dukes. Mama's baby, Papa's maybe.
He said, she said.
You don't want to play like that. You don't want to play like that. You don't want to play like that. I'm going to tell you how young we had those conversations. You don't need to know how young we had those conversations. I had a young mama. Y'all talk about, oh, it's these young girls. No. It's you baby, immature women. Okay? Guess what my mama told me? That was my mother's absolute purpose, to not allow us to go through what she went through. And she succeeded in that, even if it was by a small amount. And then, of course, my cycle broke. Didn't want my children to go through a lot of the things that I went through. Standards. Conscious choice. And again, had a blueprint of what not to do. We all grew up in some horrible shit, some dysfunctional families, drugs surrounding the communities, just not having, the support, education, same education system. This is why I harp so much on it, because it's not different, especially when we have 28, 23, 18 who had went through the same system, and to see the same, pushing out the same education I was getting 40 years ago, nothing's changed. Yeah, something has got to give. We got to do a little bit more. We got to be a little bit more present, care a little bit more. And I just noticed that it says Mr. He Said, but I am Mrs. She Said. Y'all know who I am. Y'all know who my husband is. We ain't shy about it. I love him. Word. We show love and light over here. Okay. Oh man, this is all just, it's all for educational purposes. All right. That young woman and her daughter and her son, I wish them the best. I want you guys to see a view of how much attention our women are looking to seek, even at the hands of their children, feeling all types of disgrace for their behavior. Black women said she supports hoes and the like. And if you're not down to hold, then you can't hang with her. Yeah, there's no saving that one. Absolutely. You can't save everybody. Absolutely. The message will reach the people who need it to reach, and the people who seek change and growth and self-reflection, they'll flourish. They'll come and they'll find some types of tips and strategies over here. Because your first step is looking in the mirror. It's just like walking into fucking AA and saying, I am Nikki and I am an alcoholic. You need to know. So that accountability needs to be there. You have to say, I do. Oh, this is how you're perceiving me. Oh my goodness. I might have to reflect on my behavior around you. But you know, we're living in a society where you can do whatever you want. I'm just living my truth. I just want to be who I want to be and this and that and everything else. But shit is affecting your kids and I'm going to fucking say something. Even when I was 13 and fucking 14 and I was babysitting, yeah, I'm going to say something to the parent, to the auntie, to my grandmother. I'm going to say something. Ain't nothing changed. You're doing wrong. What am I gonna say? You're doing wrong. Yes. Yes. Visionary. Listen to that man's lyrics, some of his lyrics. Absolutely. A lot of messages there. And that's another thing with our music. There were a lot of messages. The messages now is all fuck me, hoe in my ass, stick it in my mouth. That's the music now. This is what our children are hearing. Yeah, they're not hearing self-destruction. They're not hearing their mama. They're not hearing the good stuff. Stuff that has some word and some context to it, a whole story. They're not getting that. They're getting beats that is fucking up their whole frequency. All the kids with all this ADD, they don't know how to sit still, they can't, they jittery and shit. Women, plausible deniability. You didn't do nothing with that child. Some of these kids don't have nothing wrong with them. They just had no structure. No structure, no organization, no clean house, no real healthy food, fruits and vegetables going in through their body. Okay. Salt and sugar is not sufficient for a young brain. So the sooner we can put some sugary ass shit in their bottles, and and it's not a strawberry or a watermelon or something, it's not healthy for them. It absolutely changes the mechanisms going on in their brain.
Boys don't eat that.
Why?
Boys don't eat. I don't eat noodles. I'm a grown man.
Somebody told me this, and I know this to be true. Your kitchen is supposed to be your hospital for your family. What can...
He ain't lying. He is not lying.
Okay.
And I was one of them poor kids. We didn't have this stuff. Our food came from school. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Absolutely. So these kids are growing up in these homes with an abundance of Fritos, an abundance of Takis, and all kind of different noodles. And you understand, it's a whole different life. You have to be conscious of what the freak they're eating, especially when they're little, very little. And we're not doing that. We give these kids any and everything that they want, not the things that they need. We have to flip that around. Especially the young ladies, young girls really need to eat dark fruits and vegetables. Dark fruits and vegetables. Okay? It helps nester and nurture that reproductive system. Absolutely. So the more conscious we eat, the better our children will feel, as well as us. Like, we really need to get back to the natural things in life, the more important things: value, standards, education, knowledge, being present and consistent with our children, allowing them to be able to express themselves, not in a disrespectful way, but they have to learn that from us. By us. But when I watch these kids mimic y'all, good Lord, I thought I was a little stern, but y'all are mean. Y'all are mean and lack nurture. You just telling your kid you love them and kissing a boo-boo is not enough. Take your face out the phone and give them a little bit of time. I know it's hard. It gets boring. Make it fun. Make it fun. Have an apple or two. Orange, strawberry. Just put it in their face. Put it on their plate. Tell them it's candy. Gotta try different ways. For real, for real. We make too many excuses. No, he just only eats chicken. You know how many parents I've met over the last 20 years who say their kids only eat chicken nuggets? Only eat French fries. They only eat this and they only eat that. Like, what?
Oh.
Ooh, instead of saying you're lazy, And you don't want to try new strategies and shit. The plausible deniability because they only eat. Wait a minute. You gave it to them. You didn't give them no fruit. You give them no carrot to suck on when they were teething. Listen.
Shameful shit.
Yeah. When doing all that plausible deniability, have some standards. Have some standards for yourself, ladies. Okay. We're going to be doing a lot of learning this year. Okay. So if you have young children and you are unaware of what to do and how to prepare yourself for them, to give them knowledge and educate them, please feel free to share this with anyone you think would enjoy this content, because I'm going to dive a little deeper with y'all, give you some early childhood instruction and lessons, and how to manage your time wisely when they're little, infants to toddler stages to school age. So let's get some learning going. Sarah, I might need your help on that too, sis. Anytime you need to, chime in, feel free, because you got some jewels and some nuggets to share as well. Yeah, them chicken nuggets ain't no joke. Show them how they made. Pull up the YouTube video and show them how they made, and see if it might change their mind. I'm just saying. It's a lot of information out there that we could be sharing with them. The more conscious they are, I think they might make better decisions on their own. So let's give them the information so they can make better choices. Because there's some tools here. Okay, there's some edutainment here. And I'm stern in my real life. This is not just for show. Mrs.SheSaid is absolutely like this. Stop that. Don't do that. I'm not playing, but I'm also fun and like to play. Do all that fun stuff. So you gotta have a balance. You gotta have a balance, and it's not easy. It's not easy, but we're all capable. And if you're doing it with intention for the better good of your family and your children, then it should be easy. It shouldn't be draining. It shouldn't be burdensome. You shouldn't feel burdened by it. You have to do the work, because when them children start getting older, you're going to expect them to do the work, but you didn't fucking teach them. You didn't teach them. And I know some of the medicines sting. It ain't going to always taste good. You're not going to get all the accolades all the time. And it's hard to look back and reflect on your own mother and your grandmother and think of the flaws and the things that they did wrong. But you should have that shit right up in front in your face. They did wrong and you want to choose to do better. Change the cycle. Blake chimed in. Hoes identified. Hello, my name is Elisa Jenkins. Alize Jenkins. And I'm a hoe. And I've always been down to hoe, shaking my head. The right ones will wake up. But then again, yeah. I mean, the hoes are needed and necessary too. There's always a good and a bad and I understand that. But I want the young girls growing up now to understand there is a different side of that coin, because if this is all they see, they believe that all women behave this way and this is what we all should aspire to do. Get your whole life out the way, and then if you choose to be a wife later, you can just turn it on.
I beat that pussy so good and leave it throbbing. Cause I be slinging this wood, they wanna chop it. No, I can't cook from the shop.
Bring the spray bottle.
Huh?
Bring the spray bottle.
Why?
Put water in them.
Cause the juice she give is fly.
Yeah. And then when you become a mother, you don't want to do that. You want to be a hoe. Yeah, and this is what they see. So, we'll be here. I appreciate y'all pulling up, popping in. Get y'all started for the rest of the week. We will be here Tuesday.
She said.
She said, love and abundance.
She filling your head with he said, she said.
Some original content. And hubby will be back Saturday for Cerebro. Cerebro Saturday, always bringing some flavor. It was definitely awesome Saturday. I caught it. It was great. I'm just saying, y'all pull up and pop in. Hashtag shame in the chat so Nightbot can drop y'all's links before we go up out of here. Each one, teach one. Okay, yeah. Send somebody over. Word. We almost at 500 subs on the feds. So please send the people on over. Y'all all appreciate it though, because it's definitely been genuine. Each one, teach one. We definitely follow that strategy, and one size does not fit all. What worked for us may not work for somebody else, but you take what you need. You take some of the strategies that you need and will work. throw the rest away. But we should all have a blueprint of what not to do, especially if we're reflecting on our own family and our own DNA and our own shit. Okay, grow up. Look in the mirror. Word. Yeah, y'all know I just be shutting it down. Yeah, men don't like noodles, man. Men don't eat noodles.
Boys don't eat that.
Why?
Boys don't eat. I don't eat noodles. I'm a grown man.
Face, this cute little face. No, noodles. I'm grown man. I don't eat them noodles. Stop feeding me them damn noodles. Killing my testosterone. For real, for real. So if y'all eating all them noodles, please stop. It's too much stuff in there. Everything.
We gotta find somebody that's down for hers, man. All these girls sipping, man. Who you think fit the category? Category. Okay.
Everything in moderation. Y'all go ahead and be kind to somebody besides yourself, especially them elders. You see them out there, reach for something, help them out. Okay? Help them put the cart back and stuff. Shout out to y'all. Sarah China, what she said, just let me know, Mrs. When you want me to drop some gems. Absolutely. Much love to you. Stay warm. Okay. Imagine how cold it is. I love you. Y'all have a great week. Again, be kind to somebody besides yourself, all right? Hashtag standards. Promote conscious parenting too, y'all. Promote conscious parenting. Okay.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Hey, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
I'm Paul Stanley of KISS. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
You see, baby, I don't do this just for the recognition. I do it for the children. You can take the children and bounce them on their knees. Bounce them on the knee and then sing a melody. The Varnell man, did you know he's mine?
That was lovely. That was beautiful. Johnny Gill should sign you up. My.
BOS on the track.
You on the track.